Hello everyone, welcome to TOI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in the world of Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. We've got Nitin Naik who joins us from Mumbai, and joining us from NCR is Arani Basu. Where's he? Arani Basu. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. Uh, Nitin, Arani will join again. Nitin, I just wanted to check with you.
Mm.
Do you think that the Rohit Sharma riddle is now becoming impossible for India to solve?
Uh, the the last few innings that he's played in one day cricket, after that 75, I think he got at Vizag. I think the three innings against New Zealand, as well as the first innings here against Afghanistan, they have been a bit concerning. If you are a Rohit Sharma fan, and if you are, in the Indian team management, looking at the way probably he has lost shape while attempting the big shots, I think that would be a little bit concerning. I feel that they should still give him one more series in England, and then. But I think it's high time then that we make that call. As uncomfortable and unpopular as it might be, uh, I think then if he does not perform in the remaining two games here and in the three games in England, then I think it's time to take a difficult decision, an unemotional decision. This selection committee, as well as the team management, has been very unemotional and pragmatic. I think it will be time up for him if he does not perform in these five games.
Arani, when you've just come back from Dharamshala, so obviously you have the intel about what the thinking is in the team management. Uh, is this the beginning of the end of the Rohit Sharma era?
Yeah, I think things have moved beyond his performances now. Where he stands right now, what I've seen in Mohali, the practice session in Mohali, the practice session in Dharamshala, where you feel that Rohit Sharma is not fitting in to that atmosphere, team atmosphere. I dare say that atmosphere is unhealthy there. What you see, a legend, a 39-year-old with 11,000 ODI runs, all by himself. He's all on his own. If he's getting hit on his hand in nets, no one's maybe just the physio. No one's even going and checking him on him. It's like that kind of you get that feeling that you're not wanted there in that dressing room. It is beyond his performances right now. And even during the match, he was on his own. He was not talking to Shubman Gill, or Shubman Gill wasn't even bothered to ask him about what to do or not to do. He's now had enough experience of captaincy, maybe. So I think you have to read the writing on the wall, Chandresh. When Rohit was the captain for the last World Cup, he decided to move on from Shikhar Dhawan, who was not doing very badly in ODI cricket. He was, in fact, he led India in a couple of series in 2022, West Indies and Zimbabwe. And then they moved on from him and went ahead with Shubman. And Shikhar was what, 35, 36 at that time. And so all that has to be taken into account. I'm not blaming Rohit. Maybe he has that hunger or anything, but to get himself warmed up and get rolling is not easy when you're not playing as much cricket at this age. He will take two matches in a series to get rolling, to find that old rhythm, and and eventually he may get runs in that series. He will have those numbers against him, but are those impactful runs? And are those runs scored in a way that the team wants him to score? So I think it has moved on from it's gone beyond his performances right now. Uh, I don't know, given the brands and everything, what all works in Indian cricket. I think that needs to be a very collective decision, and that has to be done very gracefully as well.
Yeah.
What I fear, whatever I've seen, I worry that uh, he's he might be asked to leave. He needs to go gracefully. That's it. He might get
Yeah.
runs, he might turn it around, but it's not very healthy there.
Okay. We've got some questions from the subscribers. We'll start asking them one by one. Bhimesh Naidu Motupalli, 1796. Pitch report for tomorrow.
Mm.
He's asking Nitin, what do you think about Lucknow? You've seen the IPL games. What do you think will happen?
mixed pitches. Now, I mean, you have a combination of a red soil pitch there, plus there's a black soil pitch, plus there is a hybrid pitch. I think it's such a large playing area that they have the luxury of playing on multiple pitches. I think they'll give a pitch where, where on a red soil pitch where their batters can come good. And I think with this Afghanistan team, I think although our pace bowling stocks are a little depleted in terms of experience, but I feel that we can outbat the Afghans. I hope that if they win the toss, India bats first and then gets a chance of fielding in the queue. And I really want to see Yashasvi Jaiswal in the team. It's what we are doing to that kid. I don't think it's really fair on him being asked to wait around. And if I look, adding to what Arani said, a couple of minutes ago about him being Rohit being made to feel unwanted in the team. I'm very curious for the fact that when they announced those teams, they announced a team for an Asian Games in September, but they did not announce a team for the ODI series in England. So
I think
that's
they have a deadline to announce the Asian Games. So 15 June, I think they had a deadline.
yeah. But I still
Mm,
felt that the England
mm,
series was quite close by
mm.
to
Maybe
honor.
they want to take a call on Rohit at the end of the
Yeah.
one day
And
season
Virat's
because
fitness also, Virat's
Virat's
fitness, they will need to
fitness,
check.
Hardik's fitness,
Mm,
and also I feel that they are not. What do I say? They're not confident about Rohit Sharma's fitness. Whether he can field for 50 overs. I mean, even in the IPL, I think we saw that he was being played as an impact sub. Although Mahela said at the beginning of the tournament that we want Rohit to be on the park for the entire 20 overs, but I think as the tournament progressed, he developed those again soft tissue recurring injuries, which I think as a person ages, I think these kind of injuries will come again and again. So I think that's the worry. I don't think his pedigree is in doubt anymore, especially. But it's just the fact that he's not performed in Indian conditions for the last 4 games. I think that would be a little bit of a worry for all Rohit Sharma fans.
okay, Mitish Chura is very angry. Shame on you guys for continually running agenda against on Rohit. What more can we expect from agenda-based journalists? We have no agenda, my friend Mitish. We're
I
just
sincerely hope you get an accreditation and get to watch the practice sessions and maybe conclude from that. We just seeing what we're just reporting what we're seeing actually.
yeah.
No,
Had you
also
been
if you
in
see
that,
the pattern of his dismissals, not Chandresh.
mm,
I mean, even
Yeah.
in Indian conditions, if you see the pattern of his dismissals, I think it's been a bit concern. Even the way he turned and he went back day before yesterday after being, I think Shubman Gill actually sold him a dummy because it was his call. It was Rohit's
mm,
call. Because the ball had gone behind Shubman and Shubman should have just responded. But just the fact that it seemed the entire movement seemed very labored, and it seemed that he wanted to protect his injury a bit when he turned around and he dived. So these things are a bit of a worry when you're going for an important event like a World Cup, which is still 16, 17 months away, and and the fact that you're not playing in UAE where replacements can be easily flown in. You're playing in South Africa. So we don't want to be in a situation that we were in 2019, where we constantly look for options at the number 4 spot. So whatever decision, if they decide
mm.
on having Rohit, I think then that has to be communicated to him that okay, boss, whatever happens, you're our opener in South Africa in 2027. If not, then take that call right away and start getting Yashasvi Jaiswal into the 11 far more often.
Okay. Muskan is asking, I want to ask Nitin sir, how many matches he has not fielded in ODIs?
No, he has fielded in every game, Muskani. He has fielded in every game. But I'm saying that it's not the question of just being there. No, I mean, uh, if with Rohit, then he has to be in the circle. He can't field in the hot spots. He can't field at third man, fine leg. He can't field at deep mid wicket. He can't field at deep point. He doesn't have a strong throwing arm. So all those factors come in, and the the fact that uh, they chose to move on from him as a captain uh, in Ahmedabad when they announced the team for the Australia ODI. I think that itself was a signal then uh, that they're looking they're looking to move on. And this regime is very ruthless. I don't think this regime has any agenda, but I think this regime is very ruthless and forward looking and pragmatic. So if they can move on from a World Cup winning captain, then you know, and if they can remove a Champions Trophy winning skipper, then they are capable of doing anything. So
Okay. On off says love from Army Cantonment Ahmedabad boys. Thanks a lot, my friend. Thanks a lot.
thank
Uh,
you.
अच्छा मुस्कानी नहीं देयर इज वन क्वेश्चन इन बांग्ला और बंगाली कृष्णेंदु दास অরনিদা पंत के केनो एटो अपछंद गंभीर एर एटो बोलबा प्लीज व्हाट डज दैट मीन
मतलब क्यों नापसंद करता पंत को गंभीर बता तो
डज ही नो समथिंग दैट वी डोंट नो
हु कृष्णेंदु
कृष्णेंदु दास
see maybe see every management will have its own biases. It comes with biases or preferences, I would say. Maybe Pant doesn't somehow since Gambhir and Pant were playing domestic cricket, and Pant was 19 when Pant was captaining Gambhir in a Ranji Trophy final. Uh, since then, if you mark Gautam Gambhir's statements in the media, he has never been convinced about Rishabh Pant. That has been very consistent about him. Uh, Maybe he doesn't like the way he approaches his innings. Maybe for him, leaving a ball getting bowled is much more acceptable than going for a big shot. So I think he's not flexible. What I know of Rishabh Pant and how Ravi Shastri and Rahul Dravid handled him, someone very close to Rahul Dravid had explained to me. So you take 10 matches. Pant will win you 2 to 3 outrageous matches, which will you will never win. 3, 4 he will be okay there and about, and 2, 3 will tear your hair apart.
hmm.
But the job for Rahul Dravid was to keep him in the mind space for Pant to win you those 3 outrageous matches. So you don't disturb him there. It's almost same like Virender Sehwag or anyone. So it's maybe Gambhir doesn't have that patience with Pant at this moment. But given that the way Ishan Kishan has been playing, he's batting really well at this moment. He's done his bit. He's given no reason for the selectors to ignore him. I really hope he gets consistent runs. I
Yeah,
seriously worry for Yashasvi Jaiswal, like Nitin said. He might
yeah,
go the Pant way without playing many matches.
yeah. Okay, Vijay Lakshmi Murthy says Arani sir will KL Rahul lead DC next season.
I don't think. I think leading a franchise is the last thing in Kale's mind right now. You never know where you were. See, 7, 8 months is a long time in Indian cricket. Ishan Kishan was nowhere in the scene in November or December, and he's now you are banking your entire campaign on him. So it's a long time. Things will change again. Trades will happen, and maybe where they may have better overseas options as well, or you don't know who they will get on in a
Yeah.
trade or an auction. Yeah.
Acha, Priyanshu is asking Aranida, who's our
Mm.
backup opener, Ishan or Jaiswal?
I
And
th-
there's one more question. Cristiano Ronaldo says, will KL Rahul open if Rohit is dropped and Nishan at 4?
no, I think Ishan is he will double up. He did the same in the 23 World Cup. He played the backup opener as well, and if KL Rahul got injured, he could bat down the order. But I really worry that if he doesn't have that clarity going into a tournament, if he's an opener or a middle order batter, that can affect his batting because what I saw of his training, he was batting mostly against the spinners. So we gauged that he would be batting at number 5. Obviously, the match turned out to be a truncated match, and going by his T20 records, they sent him up the order. But the way he was
Okay.
batting, and I was talking to Sahil, our colleague there, and I said, he won't cross more than 35 because he's batting beautifully for the first 15 minutes in the nets and then he's getting overboard. He's playing that rash shot, and that exactly that happened in the match. So for Ishan, I think things are moving really fast. He needs to calm down now and take control of what's happening around him.
Okay. Nitin, super chat in white ball. Jaisu scores. Scoring areas are well known. Cut shots on offside and third man. All teams keep fielders there now. Jaisu needs to innovate now. In whites, ODI 100, he struggled a lot.
How many ODIs he has played here for us to make a judgment that he struggles? I think he really deserves to get a fair run, and more than a fair run, Chandrij, I want the team management, be it with Rohit or with Jaiswal. I want them that the communication line should be open. The clarity should be given that was either you're there or you're not. Supposing if they decide from this season, from this series onwards, or from tomorrow onwards, that we don't have Rohit Sharma in our setup, then give Jaiswal those 20-25 games leading up to the World Cup. That okay, boss, you're our opener, and and move ahead with that plan. Let's not wait for Rohit Sharma to get either injured or suddenly lose form drastically in till August 2027, and then decide that okay, no, I think Rohit doesn't really fit our plans here for the World Cup. We need Yashasvi Jaiswal. Then that way, you're putting Yashasvi Jaiswal on trial straight away in a World Cup. So. Uh, I mean, how fair is that? It's not really fair at all. I mean, Aroni also said about Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan also played very well in the middle order in that Candy match against Pakistan in the Asia Cup, where he got 70-80 when India and had that great partnership with Hardik Pandya. So he's a versatile player. He can bat anywhere. But and if Virat bats at three, then Ishan has to bat low. So you the issue why we are debating so much about Rohit Sharma is because I think there are options available right now. Why we are not talking so much about Virat Kohli is because for what the role that Virat plays, I don't think we have any other option in Indian cricket right now who plays that role with that consistency and impact.
Yeah. Okay. There are a few fans of Ruturaj Gaikwad as well, and getting a lot of questions about Ruturaj. Fat Gain Surgeon says Rutu deserves chance ahead of Jaisu. Rutu can manufacture runs across all ground. Then again, Reed Savla says more than Jaiswal, Ruturaj deserves to play. He was also dropped after scoring a century. Even in that A series that is going on right now, Ruturaj seems to be head and shoulders about the other youngsters. Aruni, is that a case that the Indian youngsters don't know how to play one day cricket anymore?
Yeah, I think it's a pain point in Indian ODI batting, and nobody. I think Shubman is getting there right now to play a long innings and pace a ODI innings, but nobody does it better than Virat Kohli. I'm telling you, if he's around, you're chasing 320, you're always in the game. You're not falling behind. He can set that base for if Hardik plays or Nitish Reddy or Harshit Rana, whoever plays. This Harsh Dubey, they are really keen about Harsh Dubey. Uh, he has see what happens with Virat Kohli is when he's in the middle, the opposition is tensed. The opposition will make mistakes till the time Virat is there. You will not let the opposition get on top of you. And what I liked about Shubman in that other day was that he did not try to play a T20 game there. He was in control. He was not competing with Shubman, nor did he try to match Gurbaz's knock. He was there. He had a slow start, but he was in control. He just played the gaps, worked the field. I think I think Shubman at uh, opening the innings and batting till 30-35 overs will be important. But if it doesn't happen, then I think there's no better player than Virat Kohli at this moment. Dependable player, a proven player. Ruturaj did well in at number four, but Ruturaj, if you're picking him as a replacement for Rohit, as they have suggested, instead of Jaiswal, we have seen his struggles against quality pace bowling, new ball against the new ball, isn't it? So I think that's where I think Virat, a fit Virat, who can run for 30 overs. is very crucial for India's chances. Often we have fallen short in the ODI cricket. Had it not been for Virat, I think we would be not 20-30 short, 60 short eventually.
Yeah. Okay. One more question. Okay. Fat gain surgeon says no. Let it be. Uh, Arvind Atreya says why management wants KL Rahul to bat at number three. Is the best middle order batsman in ODIs. Nitin, I think they're just getting confused by
Mm,
the team
Yeah,
sheet that they saw
shit,
before the
yeah.
match, and I don't know why they make a big deal about batting order in ODIs and T20s. I don't understand.
mm,
It's not
Yeah,
cast in stone. Na? It's not like it
yeah,
is Test
yeah.
cricket that Dravid only has to bat at three, Tendulkar has to bat at four.
No, and if tomorrow, Chandresh, if they're playing on a spicy deck in Durban or in Centurion or in
mm,
Joburg, I think you will need KL Rahul at three,
mm.
in
If
case
Virat is not available.
if Virat is not around. You will need somebody like KL at number three. There you will not. There Ishan Kishan is not needed. There you would need somebody who has opened the batting in Test cricket, who has got a good record in South Africa in Test matches, who can play a Test game for about 5 to 6 overs. Remember, there are two new balls there. So in the first, and how many of these younger Indian batters have had the experience of playing with two new balls? I don't think too many. So that will also be a factor in South Africa. Early summer, fresher pitches, faster pitches. Uh, so it's better to keep your cards open. It's let's not, as you said, cast in stone. Batting order should not be cast. The best batting lineups, the best teams have flexible batting orders.
Okay, Bhuvan Bhaskar has a series of questions. I want Arani to answer this. Are bhai, take my question, please, please, please. One, Bangladesh ODI series update. Two, five match ODI series after IPL 27 for 27 World Cup preparation. Three, Rajat Patidar's India playing chances. Arani, over to you.
The Bangladesh ODI series is completely up to the government. I think recently something happened with the Bangladesh Prime Minister's advisor in India, who left India in a half. So that has to be checked. Otherwise, I don't think they have any problem with that. It's a completely diplomatic and political call. You will see a lot more ODIs being accommodated in over the next 12 months. We already have seen that New Zealand cricket has scheduled 5 ODIs instead of three, which was actually we have been playing 3 ODI series since after the 2019 World Cup. So that's a breakaway from there. You will see a few more ODIs being cramped in. And Rajat Patidar, see, Shreyas Iyer took forever to get into the T20 team. Rajat Patidar also has to go through that grind again. It again depends where the team management wants to take this team to, given Patidar's age and everything. But seriously, in T20 cricket, we have very limited middle order batting options. I know people are very excited about Tilak Varma, but what we are seeing in the ODI one day format in Sri Lanka and even in the World Cup and the IPL, he struggles in the middle orders, in the middle order in spinners. His strike rates struggle. That's the problem. That's what I was saying. Virat Kohli is the only player who can rotate strike in this
Uh,
lineup.
Arani, I just want to add to this. Is this A series in Sri Lanka a good eye opener for all of us that T20 and ODIs are so dramatically different now?
Different. Yes, it has to be. It has to be. The problem is that the pipeline is flooded with T20 players. Vijay Hazare matches, I don't think they gain as much traction. And most of these players end up with IPL contracts and they don't turn up for Vijay Hazare matches. Reluctantly, they will see Abhishek Sharma's stats in Vijay Hazare. They are no good. Uh, are they willing to play the longer format? Those things have to be addressed. But you cannot force anyone to play a certain format. If they are happy, content playing the T20 format, I think you cannot do anything about it.
Okay, there's a question from Reed Savla. What does captain feel about Rohit? Does he want Rohit around? Arani, what's the intel?
They have not spoken to the captain. The captain hasn't turned up for one press conference in this to start the season with. But yeah, what I saw in the practice was that At the end of the practice, they mingled at the start of the practice when they were warming up. At the end, when Rohit was all alone taking his slip catches, the captain went to check the pitch, and the Rohit happened to be on his way, in his way, captain's way. So that conversation, that you have to strike a conversation, that was a very awkward. You could see it was so awkward. Gill is trying to be nice to him, and Rohit is like, okay, if you're asking me, then I'll tell you. And you can make it a run for happening some 20 meters away from us. Uh, it's a very tricky situation for Gill. Rohit took a call in favor of Gill for the 23 World Cup. Now it's up to Gill to take a call in if he wants a call in favor of Jaiswal or he wants to stick around with Rohit, and that will be a huge call. I don't think he has that stature right now to put his foot down at this moment. But you never know. In 6 months, if he has another 1,000 runs to his name, he might be doing that.
Okay, Pawan has a very interesting comment, Nitin. One test series loss can prolong Roko future. Basically saying that if India loses in Sri Lanka, then Roko can continue. That's a very interesting comment, actually.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Gill was made the captain, had Gill not had that series in England, would he have been the captain for the ODI
No,
series? Huh.
no.
So there we have it. I mean, we are masters at you know, confusing formats and choosing choosing players for one format, choosing captains for one format based on their success in the others. So that's what we did with Gill. I think they quickly realized when he developed those neck issues against South Africa that the burnout was becoming too much to handle. So they quickly realized that, okay, let's give this guy, let's not lose out on him as an ODI and a Test batter in the quest for T20 success. So, I think better late than never. But had Gill not had that 700 plus series against England, um, then I think Rohit would have continued leading the side, and I think that would have been the right way to go. I don't think the friction uh, or the sentiment against Agarkar and Gambhir would have been so drastic had they allowed Rohit. Had the transition been a little bit more smoother, I think they could have waited for a couple of more series before they made that call. I mean. Uh, they did something similar to what happened with Ponting and Steve Waugh in 2002 2003 when they suddenly told the select when Steve Waugh was suddenly told that whether you score runs or no, this is going to be a last series as and once Australia, I think, did not qualify for that final. I think Steve Waugh was called for the press conference and he was told to announce his retirement from the ODI format. So um, and how wise the Australian selectors were proved. They said that we want to give Ponting. Obviously, at that time, a lot of one-day cricket was played before a World Cup. It's not like now where most of the calendar is taken up by T20 cricket. But then the selectors were proved right, and Ponting went on to win two World Cups back to back without losing a single game. So sometimes you have to make those calls, Chandresh, and I think this regime will not be shy of making that call. But yeah, as Aroni said, that it has to be made a little bit more gracefully. After all, we're talking about a white ball legend over here.
Okay, one last thing. Dilip Ota says Nitin wants to give Rohit another series, and in the same breath, he wants Jaiswal to play. How is it even possible?
No, Dilip, I didn't say that. I said that they could have given Rohit another series when they named Gill as the captain just after that Test series in England. I thought that the Test series success in England influenced the selectors. That okay, we may be on to something big here as a captain and as a batter. So I think they were. So I think that move was a bit hurried. I feel. I felt that they could have given him that Australia series and the home series against New Zealand and South Africa, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
New Zealand and South Africa, and then asked Rohit to move on, saying that okay, now we now want Gill to take over, and I think that would have given Rohit also a chance to bow out on a high. And yeah, but no, I feel that Yashasvi deserves a chance.
Okay, one final super chat. Arani Dikshita says, Arani, many pages are saying Gigi doesn't want Virat. What more is supposed to do? Most recent ODIs He scored 100 versus New Zealand. Most recent match, 75 not out in the final two.
Yes, see, what's happening is that it's very obvious that it's a very awkward situation with Rohit in the team. And this whole branding of Roko has dragged Ko into this. So I think a month ago I wrote about it that the BCCI doesn't want to get trapped into that Roko thing. They don't want to club them. That is the word that's going around. With regards to Virat and Gautam situation, see, Virat is a very dominant person. He's this alpha male in the dressing room. He will. I don't know how much he flexes his muscles, but when you have such a big name inside the dressing room, he's in your face. Can the coach flex his authority there? That is a problem. That's the thing they need to talk. I think the BCCI and the selectors are trying to get them across the table and get them uh, on the same page. To talk it out that how you want to take this team forward. I think for some reason Gotham maybe is holding himself back with such a big name in the dressing room and who has captained this team for so many years. Uh, and to somehow, again, out of respect, you don't want to be overbearing on such a big player. Uh, I think that needs to be sorted out. And Gotham is radically different to what how Virat Kohli. Their natures may be same, but their outlook towards building a team is different. Gotham is someone who looks for quick fixes. He doesn't want a long road map in front of him, and he doesn't want baggages with him. So that needs to be sorted out. As I said, you will need Virat Kohli. You don't poke the bear there. I think for Virat Kohli, ODI cricket is in his muscle memory. Um, that doesn't mean that we are guaranteeing that he will succeed in the 27 World Cup. No, we're not saying that. But again, that has to be. But at this moment, he is the best ODI player around,
Yeah,
who can take the batting lineup to along with himself.
yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. Tomorrow
Mm.
is the second ODI. We'll see you then. Until next time, take good care of yourselves. Thanks a lot, Nitin. Thanks a lot, Arani.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow. One uh, comment from विकास शिंदे, इन लोगों की रोटी रोको जैसे बड़े प्लेयर के कारण चलती है. ये चंद्रेश looks like Riyan Parag. My God, I didn't know that I look like Riyan Parag. Thanks a lot,
Just,
everybody.
just,
Yeah,
just because that person, chose to comment. Yeah, honestly want to ask both of you. Uh, in 2023 World Cup, the way both Rohit and Shreyas batted, Shreyas at number 4 and Rohit at the top of the order, batting in that hyper aggressive mode, would they have been? Would
Way
they?
to do.
Would they? Could they bat that way without the security of Virat at number 3? I mean, could they
No,
bat that
no
way
way, no way.
that Virat is
I
there
don't
at number
think.
3? Yeah, I mean, so that is
Yeah.
what Virat brings to the table, right?
yeah, that's what it is. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, Nitin, Arani.
Mm.
That's it for today.
Sure.
Goodbye. God bless everybody.